Okay, hello, it's Wednesday the 15th, I think I have to check that, yes, 15th of April. And today we are going to, or I am going to base the session on what we did last night live, but it's going to be slightly different as well. So you're not doing the same thing, so if you did do the live one, you can still do this one as well. We're just going to add in a bit more side work, we didn't do any of that last night. So it's going to be probably about 40 minutes, 45 minutes, maybe a bit longer. We'll play it by ear. So we'll start with a little bit of a standing warm up, like we did last night. We're going to take the feet out wide into our plie squat. You can't really see my legs, but it's just the way the camera goes. So let's just bring the circles in. It's a nice stretch up. And then we're going to change direction and stretch. So now I've got a cat that is trying to get out of the room. So this is your last one. And then bring the arms down, bring the feet in to sort of hip width. And then we're going to take the arms out in front and we're going to squeeze forwards and back. Just our normal shoulder release. Try and keep the shoulders relaxed. Last one. And bring the arms down. And then we're just going to circle, so just come forward so I don't hit the wall. I don't know if you've seen many videos recently, because a lot's going around at the moment, but there's ones where people are doing some fitness videos in their house and forwards with the arm. And then above them is a light and then they end up smashing like with some weights and lights right over them. I suppose it's not that funny really, is it? But I've got to be careful. Last one. And then take the arm over to the other side and circle. And then change direction. So I'm just bending my knees a little bit as well. Last one. So just warming up those shoulders. And then we'll take the arms out to the side and small circles. I'm just lifting my heels one at a time. And then I'm going to change direction, drop the hands. Lovely. Oh, I have a cat trying to put her claws into my mat. Okay. So let's just take the elbow across. Okay, last one. Lovely. Bring the feet back in. Okay, and we're just going to do our knee kicks. So again, just think about your abdominals. We're going to contract the abs as you bring the knee up. This is your 8th, so last one. And then with that same leg, that comes out to the side, just the normal things we do. That squeeze, so you're working into the glutes, keeping the torso nice and strong. So what I often see is people kind of leaning over and just taking the leg out, but we want to kind of keep the torso elongated. So we're really squeezing into this area here. And then we change direction. Nearly forgot. Last one. Okay. Just give me 2 seconds while I let my little kitty cat out. There you go. And then change over to the other side. So knee kicks first. Last one. And then we'll take it out to the side. So when I'm recording this, the recording, I don't know why this happens, but it's always slightly behind. So it's really weird to watch myself. Last one on this in this direction, change direction. Okay, last one. Bring the feet in. So we did a little bit of lunging yesterday, but I tried to be a bit careful, obviously with lunging. What we're going to do is bring the knee forward slightly. I'm going to just change the screen a little bit, just so you can see more of what my legs are doing. So say right leg comes forward, left leg comes back with the knee bent at the front, and we're just going to do stabilise ourselves with the wall and then bend. So what we want to try and do is keep the front leg not going, we don't want it to go too far forward, so we really want the back leg to do the work. So you're going to really feel that here, and think about where your hips are. If you need a chair with you, I'm just going to use my wall to be quite honest. And then as we come down, we're going to hold that position. It's good to see yourself actually, to see where you are. And then we're going to just pulse in that position. So squeezing here. I need the wall today, gosh. And come back up. Okay, shake those legs out. You can feel that. I've done over 20 miles on my bike this morning. So I think after doing this today, I think that's going to be my lot. Take the left foot forward. I'm going to support myself with the wall. Take the other one leg back. So you're in that position to start with. So we're not, so think about hips facing forwards, and it's just a small dip. So yeah, I would advise that you actually put a chair next to you, or if you've got the wall like me behind, I would use it, because it does put you off balance quite easily. And then just bring that knee down a little bit, and we're going to just pulse. 6. Last one. And then take the leg back. So you should really feel that here. Whew. And just bend the knee, just give them a bit of a shake. Lovely. And then we're going to circle the ankle. And change direction. Click, click, click. And then change over to the other side. And change direction. Lovely. And we're just going to do our pedals. So we're lifting one heel and change, and change, and change. You don't have to do that arms like me. Okay. Bring both heels down. And we're going to lift up the toe. You know, when we lift the toes up and we spread them out, we relax them, and then we lift and lower. And we lift up the toes, spread them out, and lift the heels and lower. One more. Put these toes down and then lift the heels. Ooh, and lower. Okay, and shake the legs. Super. Right. I'm going to bring the microphone down. Just move a couple of things around. So I'm going to bring this down. So we're coming down to the floor. Actually, no, I'm going to keep it up here and we're going to try it like this today. Because I found quite a good position earlier. So we're going to come down into crook position. Let's try that. No, that's good. Okay, so bring the microphone over slightly. So what I did forget to say was we did use a ball last night, and some people that didn't have, obviously a lot of people don't have balls, so you can use a pillow. We're not going to use this an awful lot until a bit later on, so it doesn't matter too much at the moment. You don't have to use the ball for the first couple of things that we're going to do. So let's get started. We're going to come down onto our backs, into our normal crook position. So starting just with obviously finding neutral spine with that little pocket of air underneath your back. Feet are hip width apart plus the knees. And we'll start with the stretch, keeping the chin towards the chest. Now I nearly did that then. I was lifting my head up like this. But what you want to do is really just bring the chin towards the chest. So we're breathing out and breathing in. Always breathing out through the mouth, like a straw, breathing through a straw. Breathe in through the nose. This next one is your last one. Lovely. Okay, so if you've got the ball or a cushion, you want to use it. If not, you can do it without. We're going to take the arms up towards the ceiling. First of all, we're going to just lift and lower. So again, it's just a nice shoulder mobilization exercise. And then after this one, just relax the shoulders, tuck the chin slightly, and on your out breath, take the arms back, take a breath in, and then breathe out to bring the ball back above your head. So neutral spine throughout. You can feel the abdominals working. Alright, this next one will be your last one. Wonderful, and then just bring the arms down by your side. Next thing we're going to do is take the right leg, just bring it out to the side, opening the pelvis up, and stretch that leg away. Come back, change over to the other side. Just feel that stretch and just that opening up of your pelvis. Back to your right side. Just try not to do it too quickly. We've got to think about what we're doing. Really let the glutes sort of relax before you stretch away. So we're going to do one more now on each side. Last one. Super. Okay, so staying in crook position, we're going to lift the leg so it's straight. We're going to bring it down, so keeping that neutral spine throughout towards the mat, bringing the leg back up again. Just for that bit of stretch in the hamstrings, then change to the other side, coming down. Oh, I touched the floor then, shouldn't have, and back down. So let's get that stretch. Think about the glutes working, thinking that hamstring stretching now. And again, stretch down towards the mat. And we'll just do one more on each side. Lovely. Okay. Next thing we're going to do, we used the ball for this yesterday. Okay, let's try. We'll try it. First of all, we'll try it without the ball or cushion. So we're going to come up, and we're just going to do a little bit of ab prep first. So we're going to squeeze and release. Okay, we can support our head and neck if we need to. But what we're looking for is contraction here in the abdominals. And then think about breathing out and in. Last one. And just bring the head down. So where we could use the ball now, we don't have to. We're going to take the ball in our hands. We're going to put one leg into tabletop position. We're going to lift, if you're okay to lift, straighten the other leg and change over. And bring the arms up if you can. You can bring them a bit higher if you want to. I just find that my neck gets a little bit irritated. Next one, and we'll bring it down. Okay, just roll the back from side to side. Okay, bring one foot down and then the other. Now, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to do our 100, which we don't do very often. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to count you through it. So I'll get started with you and then probably do what I normally do in our classes, where I'll just count you up to the 100 and we'll go from there. Okay, so just put yourself in the position you want to be in. You can be in the same position as me, you can come up into tabletop, or you can straighten legs and cross them. It's entirely up to you. I'm going to stay down here. Take a breath in, and then breathing out, coming up. We're going to start to pulse. 2, 3, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Lovely. Okay, bring the knees in, take the head from side to side. And then a full body stretch. Sometimes it's quite nice just to have a stretch in the abdominals. And then we're going to get you to come up. I'll tell you what we'll do some, if you've got the ball or the cushion, whatever you'd like to do, we'll do some coming up into our seated position. and all the way back down. So we'll do 4 of these and then stay seated. Lovely, and just quick stretch and release. So just put the ball out of your way, and we're going to come onto our sides. So we're starting off with coming all the way down. Let's see if I've got the room to put my arm out. And the straight leg will be your top leg. So, first of all, thinking about what's happening here, we want that little pocket of air. We want to think about or check our hips are stacked, and we want to think about navel to spine, pocket of air, lots of things to think about, top leg into our circle. So, keeping the rest of the body stable. And to keep breathing as well. Not much to think about. And then we change direction. Last one. And then you can either stay where you are, and if your shoulders are okay, then you come up onto your elbow for this one. Then we'll go back down again in a minute. And we're just going to bring the knee in, and we're going to push away with a flex foot. So either way, stay down where you are or just come up. Should feel it a bit here actually, in your abs. And always lifting into your shoulder, so you can actually feel the stretch in your side. Don't know how many I've done. So I'll make this next one, your last one. Super. And then I want you to completely change position. I'm going to come down a bit just because I've got the fireplace in my way. But do you remember we do this box position? So your knees will come out towards the edge of the mat, but they'll be in line with your hips. And then your feet will be in line with the mat. So in your box position, again, just that little lift, little pocket of air underneath your waist. Pull the navel in. Well, we're going to start just with open, complete open, and close. So we're going to be breathing out and in. So keeping the hips stable. Don't let the hips move back. It means that your abs are not working, they're not engaging. And the next one will be your last one. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go knee to knee, toe to toe. So you can feel that almost straight away. Oh, I can. Keeps going. I think we just do 2 more. I can feel it too. 1 more. Okay, wonderful. Give yourselves a pat there. Whew. Lovely. So we can move over onto the other side. So you're coming all the way down. Let me just move that. Lovely. And we're starting with our circles, but let's just get ourselves placed in the right position first. So top leg is straight. Make sure you've got room for the circles. She says, pocket of air underneath the waist, pull the navel to the spine, and when you're ready, that straight leg is going into your circle. Just have a look at your hips, because what the body wants to do is it wants to go back with the leg, but we've got to really think, can you feel the abs tightening? Really tight as you bring that leg back behind. I can feel it, it's a good feeling. And then we'll change direction. That feels better. My tummy just rumbled then. I'd only eaten a while ago. Okay, last one. And bring the leg down. So for those of you who want to stay down, stay there. The rest can come up onto your shoulder. Push up into that shoulder. Make sure you're working into that area, and then we're going to bring the knee in and push away. Get a good stretch. Gives you a good stretch into the calf muscles. Don't know what's happening, but my tummy is rumbling. 6. I'll just do one for luck. One more. Okay, lovely. And then you're going to bring the knees up, coming back down if you can. That's it. So knees hip height and waist slightly lifted, navel to spine, hips are stacked. We're starting just with that open and close. So just be careful when you open, you don't want to go too far, but you do want to feel that the glutes and even the inner thigh, you can feel it here as well, are working. We'll do one more, and then comes the hard bit. We're going knee to knee, toe to toe. So just a little lift. You can make it easier, make it a bit lower. It's up to you. I can't check on you. Not yet, not until we get back to the beach room. And I've lost count, so we're going to do, I think we'd do about one more now. Lovely. Really good. So give yourselves a pat if you need to. And then we're going to just come up slowly. And we're going to go into all fours position. And just bring that up a bit. So yeah, all fours, we're going to start off with breaststroke. I can only do one side properly because my wall's in the way. So just have a look, if you can see yourself, have a look at, or at least have a feel of what position you've got there. We don't want to be too far back. We want to make sure that the weight is evenly distributed. So keeping that position, navel up towards the spine, feel the contraction of the abdominals. We're going to take one arm forward, and if we can, take it out and down without moving the rest of the body. Change over. I can't get all the way around that one. We're just keeping hips stable, shoulders stable, so the abs should be working. Each time you bring that hand down, you should just feel the abs just kicking in that little bit more. before you take the other hand off. Okay, so this next one is your last one. And then just take the weight off your arms. Just give your shoulders a bit of a roll if you need to. And the wrists a little bit of a shake. And then what we're going to do, we're going to do 2 moves in one actually. Try this. We didn't do this last night. Not 2 in 1 anyway. So we're going to start with the move where we bring the knee out to the side, bring it in, stretch the leg away, squeeze into the glutes. I think we'll stay on the same side. Out, stretch, and in. So what we're looking for, again, is just that stability. So what you want to do is when you come out, you want to move across. But what we're trying to do is avoid doing that and just really only go as far as your hips will let you. We'll do one more. Okay, and then just bring the body down and do whatever you need to do just to give your wrists a little bit of a rest. And let's change over to the other side. So so we've already done the top half, haven't we? So we're back into that squeeze and stretch away. Squeeze out and stretch away. It's funny watching myself actually. And it's also good if you can record yourself. You can just see. You can see if you're doing anything wrong as well, which is great. It's like having your own little mirror. Even looking down at yourself, you can see if you're starting to lean across, which is what I was doing. I think we're to make this one your last one. And bring then the body down into your stretch, shell stretch, and then come up, and then we're going to come down onto our fronts into what we call prone position. Over. So if you've got your block, I suggest you use it. Arms come out into a diamond position. Elbows out to the side. And then what we're going to do is, as we breathe out, we're going to lift. Oh, we'll do one at a time actually. This is what I did wrong last night. We're going to lift one at a time. So again, just think about abdominals as well. Keep them slightly squeezed up. I like to breathe out as I lift, breathe in to lower. And I do like to keep my elbows on the mat. Otherwise it hurts a bit. This is a nice one for the rotator cuff muscles, or rotator cuff area, joints and muscles. Last one on each side now. And then just relax the shoulders for a second until you're ready to come up onto your elbows. So normal thing that we do are half planks, so just working into the deep abdominal muscles. So when you're ready, we're going to lift the abdominals and come up onto your knees and keep lifting, squeeze the shoulders back Try not to let them go up towards your ears. Tuck the toes under if you need, especially if you feel like you're starting to slip, like I was. And release. And one more again. Keep breathing. And release back down. We're going to do last one now. You'll be pleased to know. And release back down. Lovely. And then we're going to do what we call like swan dive prep. So arms are out to your sides. We're going to start just with the lift without using shoulders, arms, etc. So pulling the navel up slightly as you breathe out, and you're just going to lift enough just to get that stretch in your lower back muscles. Relax the shoulders. It's very easy to sort of do this. And we want to really try and relax that area. And then bring your head down. I'll do another one or two. Keep looking down towards the block. Relax the shoulders. And then we can add in the extra push-up now, which looks like this. Keep pulling the navel up. That's quite strongly, you need to be pulling that up now. And all the way down. So last one now. And release. And then just take the hands back a little bit and come down all the way back into shell stretch. And come up to seated. Lovely. Right, so we're going to come down, back down into crook position, and we're going to use the ball for this last bit, or your cushion, anything that you can sort of just use between your legs. So bring the head down. In a minute I'm going to take the block away, but let's get started just with the ball in between the thighs. So nice and simple at the moment, relaxing the shoulders, just like that neutral position in the spine, and we're just going to start just with that squeeze and release. So nice and relaxed, squeeze and release. My tummy's just got to stop making noises. It needs more food. And then we're going to come in, so we're doing pulse, pulse, release. Pulse, pulse, release. Last one. And then when you're ready, like a little squeeze, and then just a pelvic curl and down. So squeeze in, slightly up and release. Squeeze in and up and release. So your mid back's still on the floor, but your lower back, the lumbar area, is just lifting off. You're starting to articulate through the spine. The next one now, same thing, but let's lift a bit higher up into our bridge position. Might find it more comfortable just to take the block away and just hold that position. And then articulate back down through the vertebrae and then all the way back up again. Squeezing the glutes. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And release back through. Squeeze up. Hold that position. We're going to lift the heels and lower. So it's a lift and a lower, and a lift and a lower, and a click and a click. Okay, last one. Let's just roll back down through the vertebrae. Next one, we're going to squeeze back up again. And we're going to squeeze into the ball and release. Squeeze, release, squeeze, release. So keep your hands, if you want, you can place your hands just slightly on your hip bones. Just keeping an eye on, that you're keeping the hips up. Just feel that in between your thighs and into your glutes. I can really feel that. Hopefully you can too. Last one. Roll back through. If you need to have just a quick stretch, sometimes it's quite nice, especially for the hamstrings. You can do. Be careful when you bring your feet back down though. Okay, we're going to go up one more time with the ball. Lifting through, and then we're going to squeeze and release, squeeze and release. So kind of lift and slightly lower, lift and lower. So really squeezing. It's almost like a bit of a pelvic thrust in a very controlled manner, of course. Lovely. So 2 more, 1 and 2, and let's just roll back down through. Lovely. Let's take the ball away for a second. I want you to stretch each leg. I'm going to do one more exercise in that position but without the ball. Now you should really feel like you've done something there, hopefully. So we're going to go back up into our bridge position and then back down because I've just told you to do the wrong thing. Okay, when you're ready, we're going to lift the leg up. We don't have to straighten, we just lift it slightly in a bent knee position, and we're going to lift one side and lower. Lift and lower. Third one, lifting up, squeeze, 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 and lower. Bring that leg down. Change to the other side. Ready, and squeeze, and lower. And squeeze. Feet flat on the floor. And last one. A couple of squeezes while you're up there. Ooh. You can do it, and lower. Brilliant. So bring the knees into your chest and just a little roll from side to side. Wonderful. Then we're going to lift the legs up slightly. Take that ball out of the way. Arms out to your side, knees and feet together. Utilise the abdominals as you take the feet and the knees across from one side to the other. So just be careful with your back. Or you can take, if you want to take the block back, that might be more comfortable. So I want you to feel the abdominals working as you take them over to the side. So just one more on each side. And then when you're ready, bring one foot down at a time to the floor. And what we're going to do, we're just going to do this with the knees, and the feet are on the floor. It's just a nice, more basic stretch before we finish. You can still feel it in the abs though, it's good. This will be your last one. Bring the knees back up. Wonderful. And then just stretch the legs away. As we've used the glutes today, actually, what we'll do is we'll take the right knee over the left thigh and just draw the leg in so we get a good glute stretch. Let's try and encourage that knee away from you. And breathe. And release. And change over to the other side. Stretch that knee away and just draw the leg in. Yeah, okay. Keep stretching. Keep that knee so you're pushing it away from you. Okay. And release. So when you're ready, we're going to do a full body stretch. And then come up to seated position. And just sit however you want to. Depends on how you feel comfortable, where you feel comfortable. And we'll roll each shoulder. And we're finished with our 2 breaths. So take a breath in and out. And in again. And out. Brilliant. Thank you very much for joining me. And I will put this on. You will be hopefully doing this by Wednesday evening onwards. And I will see you soon if you're doing my live sessions. And yeah, take care and stay safe. Thank you.